Holy crap! Holy sh!
Oh my god, I didn't...
That's probably the nastiest fart ever known to humankind. It's just stagnant, just staying in my freaking nostril areas.
Oh my god, that's so bad. Okay, is it gone? I can't.
No, that's not gone.
Come on. Hi, Alex here. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm joined by a special guest, my mans.
Hi.
Hi. This is Dylan, it's my boyfriend, and today we are going to be doing a question and answer video along with a boyfriend does my makeup video. So Dylan's gonna try and, I don't know, figure out what this stuff is. I have it all laid out for him. And I don't know, you've been watching my tutorials, right?
I have, and I believe this is a beauty blender. Alright, and this is some type of bronzer? Yes?
Right, correct.
Yeah, right. This is the bronzer.
Alright, you ready to get started?
Mm-hmm.
Got it all laid out for you, so.
Alright, what's one of the questions?
Oh yeah, sorry, don't be mad at me. Okay, well maybe you should pick out what your makeup is first. So what are we gonna start with today?
Looks like, oh god. Wait, so I see all this stuff on your YouTube, but
right.
None of this looks familiar now up close. This is like a completely different language to me. What is this? Oh, foundation. I know what this is. Oh, it's a, okay.
It's a rolly.
Not a stopwatch. Don't ever.
Honestly, I know what this is. Listen.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
I think I know what I'm doing.
You think?
Yeah.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start with my first question. I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna let you do your thing and see how this turns out, okay? Our first question was, how did you guys meet?
Oh, wait, who's answering that? Me or you?
I don't know, do you want to answer it first or you want me to take it?
You go.
You want me to go? Okay.
Well, it's almost like a question.
It's like a both, and
question.
we'll just kind of, it's a question for both question. It's a question for both of us, we'll kind of like
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, you go ahead and get started and I'll answer. Do you want me to face you a certain way? Or like...
That's perfect.
Okay.
As you are.
So, we first met... Oh, it was like... Oh, the first question was, how did... Oh my gosh, I didn't ask this right. The first question was... Well, there was two that were kind of similar. And it was, how did you guys meet? And then another one was like, did you guys meet through dance? So I guess we can kind of answer both of those questions.
Yes.
So I'm just kidding.
What? Just don't.
Okay. So, last year during the summer, like I was training in popping, and I was planning on taking this popping class that was on June 29th, since I was out of town in California, training with AOV. Oh my gosh!
I'm already off to a bad start, aren't I?
It's a great start. It's perfect. You're doing great. You're doing great.
It's not gonna mess things up.
What are you doing?
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. There we go.
Right.
And I was out of town, and I was continuing to train in popping, and then so I was planning on taking this class when I came back. And then when I came back, they had changed the teacher. It was going to be at Students Lab. And they changed the teacher, and I saw a flyer, and I was like, what the heck? And it was Dylan, and I was like, well, I still want to take it anyways. Like, I've been planning on whatever, taking class, and I'm like really in like the zone of training. And so that day, I planned to go out to what I thought was like Phoenix. And so I had like planned 30 minutes. I had planned 30-minute. I had planned a 30-minute drive, and I put it in my GPS, and it was 55-minute drive. I was like, okay, I'm not making it to this class. So I text one of the guys on Dylan's crew, who I had danced with before on the Phoenix Mercury hip hop squad. And because Dylan was in 6 feet, and that was who was putting on the crew. Or was putting on the crew. That was who was putting on the class. And I was like, it's okay, like if I'm like 15 minutes late, I was planning on coming, but I'm gonna be so late. And I was so mad because I had to get gas too, and I totally forgot. I was like, I'm not even gonna go, whatever, screw it. And then I was at the gas station, I was like, I'm just gonna message Rubik's and ask if it's gonna be like a big deal if I'm like 15 minutes late. Oh no, here we go. What are you moving on to?
The eyebrows.
Oh, look at the technique. Wow.
I watch.
So I texted him if it was a big deal, and and he was like, no. He's like, come through. It's not gonna be a big deal. We usually don't start for 10 minutes to wait till everybody gets there, warm up, blah 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 blah. Honestly, are you serious? I'm telling the story of us, and you're just.
Sorry.
Honestly, how are you focusing like that? Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Steady hand. How'd you do?
It's good. It's great.
It's good. It's great. And so I was like, okay. I decided to go to the class, and it was like freaking in the middle of nowhere. I'm just kidding.
Avondale.
It was in Avondale, which was like
Middle of nowhere.
yeah, a really long drive for me. I walk into class, and there's like a huge class full of people, and you're up at the front, and he was like, okay, so first you're gonna start to the back, and then you're gonna drop, and I was like, what the heck? And then he was just like messing around, and he's like, nah. I was like, oh, this guy's got jokes. I didn't get anything. I was like, oh, he's got jokes. My first impression of his choreography, I was like, wow, he's like, this is like super dope choreography. Like it was something different than I was used to doing, it was like intricate, and your musicality was like so different. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And a lot of my friends from jukebox and things were there, so we were all like dancing and training together. And one of Dylan's friends, her name is Minnie, she comes up to me during class, and she was like, you're so good. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, thank you. Like, just like, it was so random. She was so sweet. And then after class, like we were getting videos of like jukebox and things, like a video with all jukebox family members and things like that. And then I see you look at me as you're talking to somebody, and I just lock eyes with you. Never met him before, didn't know him, and didn't know anything about you before I took the class.
That's true.
And I just like lock eyes with you for a second. You looked like you're about to say something. Are you lost now?
No. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Sunscreen? Why do you have sunscreen?
I really want to see how you're doing.
Don't look. It's a work in progress.
Oh no. But you lock eyes with me, and I'm just like, I could tell you wanted to say something.
Yeah.
And then you were like looking, and I was like, did one of those things like totally typical, just like me. And then I walk over, and you're like, oh, my friend Minnie says that we should get a video together. And I was like, oh, okay, for sure. And that was our first interaction ever. And so, what are you doing?
I don't know what this is.
Then why are you putting on?
Well, kind of.
I'm just kidding. Oh, I think I know what you think that is.
Well, you have none, so you gotta get some more. Oh. Perfect. Alright, that's fine. Alright, continue.
And those are things. And I was like, okay, you can get it. Yeah. What is going on?
Don't worry. Just continue.
Just kidding. And I was like, okay. So I didn't know if it just like meant me and him, or like what. Everybody was doing kind of like, a crew kind of video, or like big groups. And then all of a sudden we just go out there, and it was just me and him. And I was like, oh, okay, just this video, cool. I get a video with the choreographer, sick. And Minnie took the video of our very first time dancing together. Like, the first time we met was our first time dancing together, just us two.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a crazy, like...
How moment. Like,
yeah, how.
That happened.
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy how the whole chain of... it's crazy how the whole chain of events happened. Like, I was planning on taking that class anyways. The teacher changed. I took the class anyways. I wasn't going to go because I was going to be so late, but I ended up going anyways. His friend saw me and, called me out.
Out of everybody.
Out of everybody for us to do a video together and dance together, and then that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we met. You could take your side, and then we could kind of like continue from like that, all that whole situation how they went.
So, I mean, I guess I can pick up where from, like, I guess kind of the beginning, like,
Yeah, your perspective on it, like, what were you
thinking?
doing?
Yeah,
what were you doing that day? What were you thinking then?
I had gotten off of work at Costco. I think I got off at like 6:30. And then I was like, oh, sweet, my class is until 8:30. Went home and just kicked it for a little bit. And then Garrett and Joey, they both went with me. So like we went to my class. It was my first time teaching in like the longest time. I was so nervous. I didn't know. I was like, one, I don't know what I'm teaching. And I was like, I'm just gonna reteach this. Like I've taught to like I've taught this piece to like studio, like subbing, but like never like hosting a class, and like, hey, come take my class, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, finally I'll be able to kind of like throw this kind of piece like out there in like a different kind of environment. And then I was so focused on that. I was like trying to make sure I taught it well, make sure everyone had fun, and like people got something out of it. And I just wanted to be silly. So that's when she walked in. I was just like, all right, guys, start towards the back, hands up, look back, and drop down.
Yes,
and then and everyone's like kind of doing it. I'm just like, I'm just kidding, guys. So yeah, we did that, and then Minnie just like was like, comes up to me, he's like, oh, can you do it with someone? Like, I think it's really, really good. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then kind of introduces both of us together, and then like I look at you, like you said.
Like, did she like point me out?
I think she did.
Like...
I think she was like, I think she told me beforehand, and then like, so that way it's already in my head, and then she like somehow like freaking parted the Red Sea, and it was just like the people were just like, and it was like a little tunnel, just me and then you, and then like we just locked eyes for a second, and like I was like gonna say something, and then you're like, I was like, hey, you, and you're like, me? I was like, yes, come here. And then we just started talking. I was like, can I do with you once? She's like, yeah, definitely. And like she said, like we just went on the floor, like, and then like it's like everyone knew we were gonna go. Like it's not like I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna do it one time with this chick over here.
Yeah.
And then, hey, well at that time.
I know, I'm just kidding.
So then we got on the floor, music went on, and then literally like cameras were out, just like recording us, and then everyone's like cheering on, and I was like, whoa, this is happening, like it's crazy. And then like she's killing my freaking choreo, and she's making it look really good because it was okay.
You didn't think that.
I did afterwards, and I was just like, a little spark kind of tingled up, and then after that, everyone so we were teaching like 3 weeks in a row. It was Rubik's taught, and then Casey, and then I taught.
Oh yeah, I left that out.
So it was supposed to be it was Rubik's Case, and then it was supposed to be Amani. And then I remember Casey just being like, hey, do you want to teach next week? Kind of keep this like 6 feet deep momentum kind of going. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So backtracking, she missed out on the first 2 classes on people she knew of.
Yeah,
So,
I knew of Casey more than...
You knew Rubik's.
And I knew Rubik's before from dancing with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, those are the 2 people I knew. I was like, wanted to maybe take their classes, and then I ended up being out of town.
And then family day, that one day.
Oh yeah.
So then
I didn't even know you.
And then the 1 week she can go, she doesn't know who it is, but then she just was like, I'm just gonna go take class. And fate just kind of happened. and it'd be me. So like it could have gone any other way. Like, you know, she could have went to the first or second class, and then we could have not even hit it off
Right.
the way we did it at my class.
Right.
So going back to present day, she was about to leave, and then like the past couple weeks we went to eat at Applebee's, and I go up to her. I was like, hey, you know, you should come with. And then she's like, oh no, I don't want to intrude. That's what she said. I don't want to intrude. I'm like, there's like 40 of us. I'm going to intrude. And then I'm like holding her by the forearms.
And he's like, you're like, no, you're not, because we were just like hugged.
Oh yeah,
we just
so
like
we just
hugged, and then like you like pull back. I don't know, you're not gonna intrude. I was just like,
well, I got the eyebrows done, and I think I concealed it correctly. Hey, don't look.
Okay.
Finished product. From here on, you can't look.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I did that correctly, and I'm gonna move to the eyeshadow.
Ooh.
All right, let's see what I got here. What is this? This guy. This looks more precise, so we're gonna use this one. We left off on going to eat.
Oh yeah, so you asked me to come out to eat. And I never go out, like I never like hang out or anything like that. I'm such a homebody, like I would rather stay in than go out. And I was like, so it was partly I didn't want to like impose, and like also I just like never go out, so I was kind of making an excuse at the same time too.
Yeah, I was like, come on, like, you know, everyone's gonna be there from class. Like, there was literally like 30 of us. It was a lot of people. So I don't like that color. Oh, it's okay.
You don't like it on me?
I do like it on you. Come on, this is not the color. I thought it was gonna be more red. This is like a pink now. Because it's like freaking maroon.
I know. See, that's what's so like confusing about like eyeshadows. Like it can look like one color, then it gets next to your eyes, your skin, and then it looks like a completely different color.
I'm gonna mix some stuff here. Can you do that?
You're gonna mix some stuff? Yeah, you can mix some stuff. I'm not looking. Did you mix?
I don't know.
So
yeah, we went out to eat, and she got there a little bit later than people, and we were at Applebee's, and
that was the original plan.
That was the original plan, yeah. So then they didn't have a table for 30 or 25 or whatever. So then we went over next door to Gus's Pizza, and she gets there. I see her walking to Applebee's with no knowledge of knowing that everyone's there. So I was like, I'm gonna go over there and be like, hey, we're not here anymore, so we're gonna go next door. And then walking from like 20 yards from the next restaurant, I was like, so you have Instagram? And then she like gave me her Instagram, and she had like 1,800 followers. I was like, damn, you are IG famous.
So whack.
You are.
Now you said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Whatever.
It's like these pickup lines. I'm just kidding. I didn't think you were.
And then so
we were kind of like waiting outside, and then once we got seated, I go in, and I planned to sit by people from Jukebox. There was a couple people that I knew, so I walk into a booth. What is that?
this is eyeliner.
Ooh, good job. Oh no. Okay, should I hold still for this part?
Yeah, I'm gonna rest my pinky on your nose. Does that hurt?
No. Ow!
Ow! I knew it. Come on, stay still.
Go.
Keep talking.
I was like, just keep talking.
Just keep talking. Don't worry about how it works.
Okay, so I went in. You're so eager to stab my eye.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. And I go and I sit at a booth, and then the other guys sit in that booth, and right next to me, I'm the first one in, and right next to me, who flops down next to me in the booth?
Me. I did. It was me.
What were you thinking?
I was like, I kind of want to sit next to her somehow. Or like at least in the same table somehow. And then I was just like, opportunity opened up. No one was sitting there. I'm like, all right then. Well, I'm going to sit next to her.
You're following me. You're following me to the booth, huh?
I was not. You're following the booth to me. I don't know what that means. You look fabulous. So she gets into the booth and we're there and we're like talking about like what we're gonna eat and what, you know, she's feeling. So then
you're so focused.
I know, sorry. I'm like trying to do
No,
my
that's
best at this.
good. Oh, trying to do like that.
I am. I want to try and make this my first attempt, make it really good, but also not very good, so you don't
Stop.
get concerned. Oh, I don't know how to fix that, so we're just gonna leave it there. God, this thing is sensitive. All right, so then, ooh, you look good.
Ooh.
Don't look.
Okay, I
So at the booth, and I was like, "Are you hungry?" She's like, "Kinda." I think he said like, "Oh, you know, I could eat or whatever."
Yeah,
and then
starving.
yeah, the slices were huge, like
yeah, they were like this big.
they're like think of like New York pizza slices, like. And she took like 3 bites, and I was like, "That's it." You know, you're like, "Are you not hungry?" She's like, "No, not really." And then after all this happened, she told me, she's like, "Babe, I was starving that
that
day."
pizza was so good. I just didn't want to look fat. I was just like, I took 3 pieces and left the other pizza, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And you get to like scarfing down, and like also I didn't know how we were gonna split the bill, so I didn't want to eat too much. I was just like, oh, okay, and like.
And then I just remember just having a blast at that table. I mean,
they were so funny. You guys were freaking crazy characters.
We're trying to make fart noises with our mouth.
Honestly, they were like having a fart noise contest with your mouth, and I'm just like, what is this? I didn't really know any of you guys too well. Rubik wasn't even sitting at the table.
The only person she knew more of wasn't even at the table.
So just like just all
complete
these people
strangers just making fart noises. So then, I remember one time. I was sitting to your right, you're sitting to my left, and like this, or like facing this way, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I think I yawned. I was like, literally yawning right now. I was like, oh, I'm tired. And then she's like, me too. And she puts her head on my shoulder like this. First day knowing each other.
I'm very like a bubble person. Like I'm not gonna like get in your space unless I really know you, and then I'm like all like, hey, that's silly. But like I don't get in people's space, especially if I just met them. And like for some reason I put my head on your shoulder. I was just like, my head on your shoulder. And
then a second after, I'm like, me too. And I'm just like this. Literally, like hours of knowing each other, and then it was just like.
Not even hours.
It was like within the next 2 hours of like finally meeting and then doing the choreo and then coming to Gus's Pizza and then talking all that. And she told me she doesn't do that with people. Like, just, I mean, I understand. I can totally see that too because like I don't go up to random people like I just met. I'm just like,
yeah, let me put my head on you.
Yeah, my head on your shoulder.
Because what if like people don't like that? Like
exactly.
What if people don't like? What if they're like a space person too and they're like, you know, like.
And I just was like there, and then she just put her head there, and then I just felt naturally to just right there. It's like the perfect Lego piece.
Lego piece touches. Ding.
So yeah, and that was like a little like spark, kind of like butterflies.
Like what is this? And then afterwards, we're heading out.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
saying like bye, and I said bye to you.
She said bye to me, and then what?
No, what did you do?
Ask her number.
Yeah.
So I asked for her number after I already asked for her Instagram. I don't ask people for numbers. For some reason, it just prompted me to just be like, just like Nike, like just do it. Literally, sponsor me. So I was like, hey, you know, get your number, and she kind of like didn't hesitate, but like hesitated in a way.
I did.
She hesitated. For sure. And then was like, she kind of did like, yeah, like a question mark at the end with like a ... like a, yeah. And then puts in her number and then says bye to everybody else. And then she comes back to me and says bye to me again. And we hug one more time. And I just remember saying, you know, just get back safely. And then she walks up to her car. I was gonna follow her. I'm gonna follow her to her house. Just kidding. I'm gonna walk her to her car at least. I'm just like, alright, that might be a little much. And like, I've already said bye, and it's gonna be weird. Like, okay, bye again, like for the third time.
It's gonna be totally weird after I said bye to you twice.
Anyways, so and then it was like probably like 11:30 at night. I didn't get back to my house till like almost midnight. She probably didn't get back to her house. You look at yourself. You look amazing.
I look like I have a mask on.
Oh, I didn't keep doing this. You're right.
Oh no, you're okay.
Oh, okay.
No, you're okay. Keep going. So I didn't get back to my house.
So yeah, she didn't get back to her house past midnight, and then I texted her. I was like, "Hey, I hope you get back safely." I was like, "Oh, hey, this is Dylan. I hope you get back safely." And
like right away, I thought I was gonna be like, "Oh, give a number." Like he's gonna be like one of those guys.
Days.
Yeah. I'll look at you in like 3 days and be like, "Hey, it's me. Remember me, Dylan," or something like that. And he texted me right away. I was like, "When you back to your house safely, takes me to your house." And I was like, "No." Just kidding.
She had to drive like an hour almost, and it was almost midnight. I'm like, that's a long drive, and like after you get done taking class and get done eating, I'm sure you're gonna be tired. So I just wanted to make sure she got back safely. It was just my genuine thought for her.
Thank you.
Thanks. So then what happened next?
I think that's it. And then well, then the next day I was teaching a class. It was just so happened that I had put out a flyer and was teaching a class on that Friday as well. So literally the 29th and the 30th. And he said, he's like, "Oh, come to my class, I'll come to your class." I was like, "Sure, whatever." And he ended up coming to my class.
I thought she was teaching a heels piece.
Because I told him it, but I was joking. He said, "What kind of choreo is it?" And I said, "Heels choreo, bah, no, hood piece." And I meant like, bah, no, it's a hood piece, not like a
but
heels
her
piece.
grammar was just completely off.
He thought I was saying like no hood piece.
Like, bah, no hood piece. Like, and then she sent me the song. It's like Summer 16.
17, wow, okay.
Summer 17. Summer 17, and I look up the song and she says heels piece. I'm like, how is she gonna do a heels piece of this? I'm like, whatever. And then I'm like joking around, like I'm gonna come through. I was like, oh man, like I wanted to go. I thought it was like a her hip hop piece. And then like I told the guys about it, and then this was before I knew it was a heels piece. And I was like, all right, just kidding, guys, it's a heels piece. And then Rubik's texted her and was like, I think it's a hip hop piece, something like that.
Yeah, somehow one of them found out and then
that's
told
what
you, and you're
clarified.
like, oh, I totally thought you were being serious. So.
And then I was off.
Only guy here. So cute.
I was. And like the rest of the guys were gonna come through, but I think they had prior engagements or something came up when they would make it. So then, I went there, and then she taught class, and then after that, class was over, and I was like, it was like 10:30, like 10 o'clock. I was like, you guys want to get something to eat? And then she had told me one of her friends that took class, she had to take her home. And at first I'm like, man, like I thought it was going to be like me and her could just kind of go on like a little after class date. And then her friend, and then it was mainly up to her friend because
she was a little bit younger.
Yeah, she was a little bit younger. She had to get home, and she was the only ride. Alex was her ride. And then she said she was good to go. I said I was good to go, and then I was waiting on her. And Alex was like, yeah, we can go eat. Like,
I was so hesitant because I didn't want to like lead you on. And I was like, all right, let's just go.
Let's just go, whatever.
So that was 2 days of us. You're back to back. First day I knew you, and with dancing, and then I was like, okay, we got a video. I gotta get a video with you.
Yep.
And then we went to dinner, and it was like we literally just kind of hit it off from there. So that's
literally
a long story of how we met, and there's a lot more to it, but that's a general.
I know there's
a general.
Very that's like touching like the base of it.
That's how we officially met.
So I mean, if you want to break it down in a nutshell, she took my class. I took her class, and then just from there we just kicked it off just right away.
Dancing and eating.
Dancing and eating. If you look at our, we're either always at Jen Korean Barbecue, her favorite spot, by the way, or In-N-Out, or Chick-fil-A.
And it's usually associated with dancing somehow. So it's like
we just get the
how we met is now the next year.
It's literally, yeah, it's like food and dance. Like, just been that way for the past year.
Food, babe, and dance.
Food, babe, and dance.
FBD.
I was trying to think of another way to make it more
like a
sounding.
But there's no like
noun.
vowel.
Yeah, I said noun.
There was no noun.
I need to go back to school. That's what I need to do.
Okay, so that concludes part 1 of our Q&A. Since that first question was a little lengthy, we're gonna do it in 2 parts, and we're gonna have the rest of the questions on our second video, and you can see how this wraps up. Also, it's gonna be right here. So go ahead and watch our part 2 of our Q&A. Bye.
See you there. Yeah, just fart in my area. Just kidding, okay.
Yeah, you do.
That was probably the worst of mine.
Dude, that was, it's because of Chick-fil-A.
That's how you like Chick-fil-A so much, don't you?
Yeah, that's dope.
Am I right?
I just think you're so ugly. I look so ugly right now, it's not even funny.
Babe, you have no makeup on and you're beautiful without makeup.
Yeah, baby, you have no makeup on, that's why you're so ugly.
Oh my gosh. This is what I have to deal with. Go, babe, it's still here.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding, I promise.
It's not. I can smell the candle now.